This question on angles will look at your knowledge of angles in polygons and in terms of bearings. Now, with this particular question, for each part, they ask you to circle the correct answer. And with this one, it wants to know which of these 5 angles cannot be an external angle. Now, you are allowed to use a calculator, which is why it's only worth 1 mark. Now, first of all, what do we know about the external angles of a polygon? Well, what we know is that they must divide exactly into 360. So if we take each one of these angles in turn, we've got 360 divided by 10 is 36. 360 divided by 18 is 20. 360 divided by 30 is 12. 360 divided by 48 is 7.5, and just to confirm, 360 divided by 72 is 5. So we would circle 48, and that is the angle that cannot be the external angle of a regular polygon. And remember, you need to know the definition of a regular polygon. Now, with this next one, you've got an arrow on a spinner is facing north. It is turned clockwise through an angle of 1530 degrees. In which direction will the arrow now be facing? So that 1530, how does it relate? Well, if you're facing north and you're turning clockwise, then you know that one loop, one full circle or one loop is 360 degrees. So 2 loops is going to be 720 degrees. 3 loops is going to be 1080 degrees. And 4 loops is going to be 1440 degrees, which means I don't have enough to complete a full loop. So if we actually work out 1530 take away 1440, we've actually got 90 degrees left. So what we're saying is that eventually we are going to end up facing this way, 90 degrees, because one loop is 360, then the second loop takes me back to north, the third loop takes me back to north, the fourth loop takes me back to north, and then I'm left with 90 degrees. So we are facing east, and that is the one that we circle. Now, point A is on a bearing of 100 degrees from point B. From point B, you are standing at point B, and when you turn, you are to face A, you've turned 100 degrees. Now you need to remember the 3 rules of bearings. Rule 1, you start by facing north. Rule 2, you will turn clockwise. Rule 3, you will use 3 digits for my answer. So automatically we can see that 80 degrees is incorrect. If it was 80 degrees, they should have put 080 degrees. So 80 degrees is wrong because it does not use 3 digits. Now, what does it look like? It's only worth 1 mark, But let's draw a quick sketch. There you go. And there's my angle of 100 degrees. There's B, and there is A. Now, with this, if I extend this down, this is also 100 degrees, which means that this angle here is 80 degrees. And that could be why some people would think it would be 80 degrees. However, if we start at north and turn clockwise, then technically we are turning 180 plus another 100 degrees. So the actual bearing is 280 degrees. Or alternatively, the bearing is 360 degrees minus the 80 degrees. Take away the bit that you don't want. You don't want 80 degrees. And that will leave you with 280 degrees. And that's why it's 280 degrees. So it's just circle the answer. So they would just expect you to put a circle around it. But just be careful. Remember the 3 rules of bearings. You need to learn those 3 rules. Rule 1, you start by facing north. Rule 2, you will turn clockwise. And rule 3, you will use 3 digits. Now, I said earlier about the exterior angles. Now, if you take a regular 4-sided polygon, do not use the name square. All right, we're talking about a 4-sided regular shape, because then we can extend it to a 5-sided, 6-sided, 7-sided, 8-sided. We can just expand it. If you use the name square, you might get yourself a little confused. So it's a 4-sided regular shape. Now, as you can see, if I take each of the exterior angles, I can join them together at a point, and we can see that those 4 angles add up to 360 degrees, and each angle is worth 90 degrees. Now, the generic formula for this is that one exterior angle is 360 degrees divided by n, where n is the number of sides. So if you have a decagon, which is 10 sides, then one exterior angle equals 360 degrees divided by 10, which is 36 degrees. So this is why I say to you, try not to get into focusing on the name of the shape, but how many sides on the shape. So that's what this question is specifically looking at, the exterior angles of polygons and bearings. So that's the question on angles.